everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who've been hanging with me some time, and welcome to those who are new to my channel. I'm Adele Levine, intuitive and medium. Okay, so I know this is a subject. I waited to the end of the month to cover a couple of Halloween subjects. However, I have a few announcements. First, if you may have noticed, I changed my intro, and I'm going to put a little tag in the description to Margot Lane, who wrote the music, and a little teaser. You'll be seeing her soon, sometime on this channel. We'll be talking about some interesting stuff. And I have some other cool announcements. But before we start, so I know for those who want this subject, and as I know some of you are very big on video starts here. I get it, that's cool, but it's Halloween and there's a lot of things I have cooking as well coming up that I'm going to be bringing to you. So there's going to be little teasers along the way. I hope you guys like this intro. I did get the message from quite a few of you, not a ton, but kind of saying that the beginning was a little jarring. And honestly, I agree, because I feel like this is more the energy. And the great thing about Margot is that she knows me, she knows what I do, and she kind of tuned in and collabed on that. Well, I didn't write it. I'm just saying I told her what I'm looking for. So I hope you enjoyed it. I wanted something to kind of make you lift as you come into the video. So I just wanted to say that. Second of all, we have to, come on. If you don't know this about me, you will learn. And I didn't do it this much this year, but I love these little gadgets. So let's take a look at your wheel of fate. Okay. I have to turn it on. Why won't it turn on? Oh, yes, I have to turn it on for your wheel of fate. So let me press it. What is it? What is your wheel of fate?
Watch your back.
Oh, wow. Okay. You heard it. Watch your back. Yes, my categories. So yes, I had to do that. I actually love these. I have a bunch of them. I have a little phone that rings. I have a mic. I have a bunch of them. But, you know, it's been a little different of a Halloween, and that's why I wanted to save some of these subjects that I know you guys want to hear. And the subject I'm doing today is, do I see more spirits at Halloween? And I'm going to answer that in a second. So here's my other, oops, sorry. Well, I have it in my hand. My other announcement I wanted to give a shout out, and there's a reason. Anything I tell you guys, or anything I promote, or anything I want to share with you, I'm not an influencer. I buy the things that I share with you. It's not like someone sending me things. These are friends. These are people I've known for a long time who are just all very creative type people. And I love their stuff and I feel excited about it. And so I want to share it with you. So this comes from, you guys may know a little podcast called the Bigfoot Collectors Club. And my friend Susie introduced me to them. Her website is Chicky Moo, CHICKY. Moo, and she makes these awesome masks. Look at this. This is Halloween mask. Can you see it? Can you see it? And more importantly, Star Wars masks. Okay, why are you showing this us, Adela? I'm showing this because she also makes, and this is where it's relevant? Yes, relevant. Yes. To my point of something coming up, a little teaser. She also does these awesome room sprays, and most important, of course, oils. You see that? She puts these amethysts in, she puts rocks in her oil. She makes everything herself. And the reason why I'm promoting it is not only because I love her, because she's the sweetest person you ever can meet. I'm like literally. But also because I want to touch on a couple things real quick. When you're getting stuff, when you're getting things that you want that are spiritual, know the person, don't just buy the stuff. You want to feel the energy of the person, okay? And that is why whenever I like something, it's not just the stuff they do, it's the energy I feel and which makes me come back. And she makes her own candles. If you see that, there's soy. This one's a protection candle, and she packages them so beautifully and carefully. I mean, that's kind of like tells you a lot. She put these little, isn't that so pretty? And here's the candle. Smells so good. Soy candles are cool because they burn and then they get really oily and then they harden when they're done. And she sent me these ghost soaps. And the thing is, well, she sent me in my package that I bought a bunch of stuff from her. But the cool thing is that she puts all of this love and care into it. Okay, so here's a little teaser. There's going to be something coming from me and Chicky Moo that I'm going to be putting together with her for you guys. Something that has been, people have asked for a long time. So there's a little teaser. Look for it on my Instagram at Adele Levine. I'll be announcing, and I might do a little extra video to announce it here. And the reason why I love her so much is because she puts all, like, look at all the details, care. Like, she packages, all of the masks came in a package like this. She puts like all the love and care, into what she's doing, and she does it with safety. And this smells so good. And I love that it has crystals with the oil. And so I'm just telling you, I wanted to show you, and I wanted to make it really clear that everything I've gotten from her, I purchased from her. And because I believe in that. And also that what we have coming up is a unified, but she is the maker of it. Like, she makes everything herself. So I'm going to be excited. Look for that soon. All right. For those of you who are like, get to it, here we go. Do I see spirits more at Halloween? No. I do not. And I'm going to explain why. Spirits to me are on this plane or in, well, I've said an onion that is around this plane on a continuum basis. Do I believe the veil is thinning more at this time? No, I don't. And I'm going to explain why too. And I'm going to get to all of that because there is a lot of awesome traditional kind of ancient rituals and beliefs, and I understand that. I have complete respect for that. And I totally love all these things like Day of the Dead and Samhain and all this kind of things. But it's not what I personally tend to have happen, meaning like this isn't the case for me. I don't need a certain time of the year, a certain time of the day to see spirits more. And that's what I'm coming from. So I want everybody to know that because I know other people have other beliefs and other people feel differently and literally feel like have a sense something's coming over them, that they feel like a different energy. I'm going to explain that. So to begin with, for me, what I believe what happens at this time is that everybody becomes extremely conscious. Like everyone starts to become aware of the spirit world. So you've heard me talk about what I believe is a collective conscious, meaning that when people are thinking of the same thing at the same time and having a belief system at the same time, there is something to that. That's true. But in this case, what happens is everyone's attention is to the spirit world. The spirit world is around us all the time. They're interacting in this realm all the time. It's not across, the ocean. It's not across the planets. It is the onion, the world within the world. And it is always going. However, during this time, everyone gets extremely interested in the spirit world. I always feel it's like this for me. Everyone is now in my world with me. They're like, usually I feel kind of alone. out here with the land of the dead. And what happens is that everyone starts to become much more aware of what's going on. So I feel like it's an acute awareness of the spirit world and everyone's paying attention. So what happens is that because you're paying attention, of course, the spirit world, that realm starts to kind of raise their frequency a little louder, and they start to be a little louder because you're actually talking to them. So it's not that they're more active, it's you're paying more attention. So if you, let's say someone's texting you all the time and you never answer, or you're like didn't even notice because you've been so busy, and then all of a sudden you look at your text and you're like, wow, I have a lot of texts, I didn't realize this. Now you're going to notice texts coming in more because now you're paying attention. Maybe like during this pandemic, your life's a little slower, things are a little slower, so maybe you're like, wow, it seems like I'm getting all these things. You kind of see what I'm saying? It's kind of like the same thing of, maybe you're really into something and now you feel like you see it everywhere all the time. It's probably already been out there a lot. Now, I know these are like a little bit silly examples, but what I'm trying to say is that the spirit world is kind of more reacting to you finally listening and paying attention. And everybody seems to be very interested. And I can definitely contest to this. Contest? Is that a word? Attest. It's not contest. I can definitely attest to this. What happens is that as soon as everyone stops being so interested during this month and they start packing away their Halloween, maybe some of you don't. I know me, I'm kind of feel like I have stuff out all the time because of what I do. But as people are kind of moving on and moving into Thanksgiving and Christmas, it slowly starts to fade their interest and their hyper attention to the spirit world. And so then it feels like everything drops. The veil is you. The veil is inside you. It's your sight that is lifting or closing. It is not like existing somewhere. It's not over here. It's not over there. It is in you. And so when you are lifting that, and the reason why or closing it, and the reason why I know this is because people ask me all the time, how do you stop seeing that world? And I always say, because I hang up, I close the browser, I stop talking to the person on my DM. I'm not talking to them anymore. I disconnect. I close it. And so that's me closing the veil as much as I can. Side note, the only time I can't close it completely is while I'm sleeping. Hence is why I get up through the night, all through the night, all the time, which I just talked to my sister about. Funny enough, I've been doing this since I was a newborn. I have the same schedule. I get up between 3 and 5 since I was a newborn, and it hasn't changed, sometimes more than that. So what I'm saying is that is what shows me that I know when I can close the veil and when it's a little bit harder for me. And that is really what's happening. The veil that is thinning is people paying attention, because there has been historical and there has been tradition of times where people believe that the dead walk the earth. Well, since I believe that the dead are always walking the earth because they don't need to come here, that's kind of what we believe, because we're used to the idea that something's coming here and something's leaving. But the truth is, something is always here. And so I don't see spirits more during Halloween. I'm sorry to disappoint everybody, but you might take solace in the fact that I'm seeing them all the time. I do feel like it's awesome that people want to see this more, and I wish people would hold on to that all year round. The reason why I feel like it's so important for me to tell you this is because I want you to know that your family and those you care for and those you've lost are accessible to you always. You talk to them, you open up to them, and it's just harder to hear. If you say to me, which I hear a ton, Adela, I do that, but I can't hear them, I'm not having dreams. It's more about you. It's more about you and the pain you're going through, or maybe it's difficult to open that. And it doesn't happen instantaneous. It's something you practice, practice, something you hone, a muscle you exercise. And so when it comes to the veil, yes, the veil does feel very thin and it does feel kind of magical, but if you have a group all around the country, your city, the globe, all focused on the fact that the dead is more present with us at this time, wouldn't that be very potent? Wouldn't that feel very intense? Wouldn't that feel like something is shifting and moving? Yes, because I always say to people that you can talk to that realm anytime. This whole idea of time and timestamps is this world. The other realm, there is no time. There is no limitation of time and space. So there's no place they have to like travel to and get to and, you know, do all these things. But this is how we understand things in this realm, because we're here, we're limited. We're limited in time and space. We're limited on, you know, how things work, that there's an order of like beginning and end. And in that realm, there isn't. There is no limitation in time and space. There is no beginning or end. And so there's no need to like run over here at Halloween. I hope that makes sense. And again, I'm going to say, I respect people's beliefs and I respect that people have traditions and people like to honor those. Okay. But I'm only telling you what I've come to understand for me and my experience and what I've learned from that realm over the years of doing this work and all the readings and all the communications and everything I've done. What I've come to understand is that it just doesn't feel any different. It doesn't feel any different on any different moon. It doesn't feel any different on any different special time that only, you know, you're supposed to feel spirits. It doesn't to me. What I do notice is that everybody is on the same wavelength as me, or they're kind of wanting to be and they're paying attention and everybody's interested. They're not running from it as much. Everyone's kind of moving towards it. Everyone's believing in it. And I can feel that energy in the air, and that's awesome. But does the veil thin more? No. Does it mean that this is only a special time I can talk to that realm? No. And is it more happening to me at this time? No. So that is my take on it. Thank you guys so much. I wanted to end this with, of course, I'm offering 50% off of all my readings as we're going through this interesting time with the code PEACE. You guys voted on two things. You voted on a class for next month. It's all the way in November 7th, which is how to trust your intuition, which I'm excited about because it is a question people want to hone their intuition, but trusting it is, I know, difficult. And the other thing you voted on, which is an event I'm doing, which is raising vibration. And we're going to do a raising vibration circle where we're going to be together. It's going to be limited tickets on that. But it kind of goes with my opening of my video of vibration and energy and wanting to do a different music and how that affects us, because there will be music and there will be dancing. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in to this. I appreciate all the support. I just wanted to let you know. Send your comments down below. Tell me what you think about this subject or any subject. I'm happy to answer. I pretty much try to answer as many, if not all, most of the time, comments, and subscribe. Follow yourself. Follow no one. Listen to your inner voice, and I'll see you soon.